In a schoolyard in Kahramanmaraş, an improvised painting lesson. These children and their families have been left homeless by the quakes. They live on the school grounds now, a group of volunteers looking after them. The kids' paintings don't reflect the new reality. They draw homes that are undamaged, lives that are still intact.
We paint a lot. They love painting. And they like to read. Thanks to some people here, we got a lot of books, paint, pens and pencils and paper. My observation is that if we play games with the children and are around all the time, the effects of all this can be postponed a little bit.
Kahramanmaraş is one of the cities worst hit by the quakes. Entire neighborhoods have collapsed. Thousands died here, including children. In the neighboring province of Hatay, a heartbreaking tribute to the youngest victims. Volunteers placed red balloons on the ruins of destroyed buildings to remember the children who died. At the schoolyard in Kahramanmaraş, for the children who survived, the memories are still fresh.
I was at home when it happened. I jumped up. It was really bad. The walls were shaking from left to right, and the house next to ours collapsed.
And now, are you afraid?
Yes, whenever there's an aftershock, I start crying.
And it's no different for the parents.
My husband was working that night. I have 4 children. I had to get them all out of the house somehow. They were crying so much. We couldn't take any of our clothes with us. Later I went back to get some blankets. But the trauma the children experienced is what worries me the most.
The children aren't okay. They wake up at night and cry. If there's a slight shaking, they immediately think it's an earthquake. They have suffered psychologically.
The tent camp here has been growing bigger by the day. The volunteers who came to play with the kids have also cobbled together a kitchen to provide lunch and dinner. They hand out thousands of meals per day. What started as a spontaneous operation now looks likely to become a long-term project.
İlk başta sadece ivedi olarak insanların ihtiyaçlarına karşılık vermek isterken buradaki ihtiyaçları sadece yemekten çok daha fazla olduğunu zaten bariz bir şekilde çok daha fazla olduğunu gördük.
As night falls, a surprise for the children. The schoolyard becomes an open-air cinema. There is even popcorn and hot chocolate. This strange new life in a makeshift camp. A joyful adventure, if only for a few hours.
Ben de dökeyim mi? Yok.